Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to compare some three incidences here that shows you that it seems either Kenyans are angry, hungry, or both, or the problem is leadership. This photo you're seeing in your screen was taken when the residents of Mathare went to the streets. That started at Mathare Austin Ground next to Kiboro Primary School. They went all through to Juja Road to CBD and registered their petition, that took their petition, I don't know why, but to the Office of Deputy President and Minister of Education on the high cost of living and the cost of education. I don't know why the Office of Deputy President, maybe they would have taken it to Treasury because Treasury is the custodian of the Kenyan economy. The brains behind of the economy sits in that office. So that was coordinated by Justice Africa, which is a non-governmental organization which seeks to promote peace and social justice and human rights in Africa. That the turnout was really good. They made a very peaceful march to CBD and registered their disappointment. That was coordinated by some NGO. This other video you're seeing was taken in Isiolo. The residents of Isiolo also went to the street and it was spontaneous. Unlike the other one from Mathare, which was organized, this one was spontaneous because hapa walikuwa wanachoma matires kwa barabara na they were protesting about the banditry after allegedly 3 members of the public were killed by bandits. Remember, they have been trying to flush out, military was deployed and working with the police to flush out the terror gang that have been terrorizing people in the Kerio Valley. And so it's spreading, and I think it affected some of those people in Isiolo. And they went to the streets, so they were protesting. That was spontaneous. The Kisumu one, not Kisumu, the Mathare, that other Mathare one was on cost of living and education. In Isiolo, it was about insecurity. This other one was City Park market traders also protesting about the poor state of the market. Directly, that was complaining about service delivery. That's why I picked those 3, because each one of them was actually bringing out different, they're complaining about different things. And Isiolo, Nairobi, you experienced too. And I can tell you, I think there is a new research from the Correspondents Association. I got it somewhere. Yeah, there was a new research. I think it was showing that in a month, we can experience 20 demonstrations or protests across the country. Just find out, and the number seems to be increasing. What exactly is going on? With the high cost of living, the Mathare guys said that basic commodities including cooking oil, maize flour, wheat flour, sugar doubled. As a result, children are also not going to school because of high fees. I want us to interrogate further on these 3 instances where Kenyans have taken to the streets. And the bold question that everyone else then should wonder, or what should the state look at, is why Kenyans, it seems watu wako willing just to go to the street. What do you think? If you're watching this video for the first time, kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and also like our video. I want to say thank you very much for those who are supporting us from different parts of the globe. We do this every day and because of your support. Asanteni sana. You see, guys, the reason why I'm saying that the level of preparedness, or the way the ground is slippery, that people are willing to take on that route, is not a very good situation to be, especially for the state. Why? As we talk now, that education working party that President Ruto formed gave a very simplistic solution to solve the university problems, and they proposed the university fee to be hiked from 22,000 to 50,000 fees per semester. And I want to say something about it. You know, we were being treated as a shock. Not deputy president, President William Ruto knew about what was there. Hiyo party ni yeye aliform. I can tell you, before that is leaked to the public, he must have known. Lazima ajue wameandika nini hapo. Haizi acha tu. Because, and he decided, Kenyans waambiwe, so that they will create a bargain. I can tell you, ultimately, it may not go to 52, but they will try to negotiate it down to a 40 or 35, which is still more. It can even get to double. It can even get to 40. What the state was trying to do was just to prepare parents that honor fees tutaongeza, especially that university fee. So this is coming that time. University students are up in arms against that proposal. The junior secondary school transition, as at the end of last week, was at 60%. Parents have not yet succeeded in it. The schools are yet also full. The resources are overwhelmed. And even in terms of teachers, we are not yet asked to the par. Millers are saying they have declined to import the GMO maize because they are saying they can't find cheap maize in the market. And they're warning that the price of the grain might shoot up next week, or rather next month. But as all this is happening, Raila Odinga is pulling the huge crowds in the rallies. And it seems things are not as easy, or rather as good, as we may want to portray or rather to project them. So let's look at this. It points out to one thing: something is not right. But what do you think is behind the slow start of UDA? 2023, I think there is a bit of that slow start. What is behind the slow start? We know that I've been saying that when the state fails, all of us fail. When the state succeeds, all of us succeed. But this year, I agree with Musalia Mudavadi that they have not done their budget. They are still using Uhuru Kenyatta's budget, but they have constitutional provisions on how they can still fix their agendas within it. So we may have to give them time to look at how maybe they roll out their first budget, because Ruto atasema budget yake ya kwanza this year, so that maybe things roll. But for now, there is what is hurting us, why we have a slow start. The economic recovery launchpad that we have, we are not making killer passes. And in fact, we're just committing fouls while attacking the opponents. We are not making killer passes. Let me tell you, for the last 1 week, the political class have dropped discussion about what government is doing, and they're talking more about what Raila is doing. But that's not the killer pass they're not making. I think I have seen rerouting and reorganizing and rethinking, and we have put everything in the table. And I want to say that UDA strategists should approach the economic recovery with one, because we don't have the kind of money that they're talking about. You know, we cannot build dams at the same time we want to till the land. We want to do irrigation farming, we want to build land, we want to till at the same time. Yani tunataka kufanya vitu mingi na hatuna hiyo pesa. You know, at the same time, we're also supposed to import maize here because we still don't have enough. We are supposed to give fertilizers and all that. Now, what I am saying is this: we cannot do affordable housing and pump a lot of money into that affordable housing when people are sleeping hungry, people don't have food. So I agree. Let's pick the cost of living, but let's go to fuel. Let's make the killer pass. US did it in December and inflation went down. In fact, as we talk about everything, let's just manage inflation. Managing inflation, toa subsidies hizo zingine, weka huko kwa hiyo education, weka wazazi wasipata hiyo burden, so that they will remain with, you'll actually increase the disposable income they can spend on other things, or even the cost of, on buying food. And the other thing, just sort out the cost of fuel or energy. Hapo fare itashuka, mzazi atabaki na kitu. Manufacturing, energy touches on transport, manufacturing. Look at manufacturing. The cost of energy ikienda chini, it will even be a very friendly environment for more investors to come. People are going to get jobs. So let's just sort the cost of energy. Even huko mali tunapanda mahindi, kama tunatil na tinga and the cost of energy iko juu, that cost will still translate in the final product. So let's reroute our budget and make the killer pass go after the cost of energy. 2, civil society organizations are offering William Ruto the oversight role he asked for after Odinga maybe showed signs that he was not going to. Civil society organizations have come into action and they're now doing it because William Ruto wanted it. So when they realized there is a chance and the country looking for it, it was there. I want to believe, and I'm just making a very sound judgment here, that what we are still doing now, this could be pointing out to the leadership. Or maybe we're not giving it leadership. One thing we've ever lacked is leadership. We have good ideas, we have good projects, we have everything. We have good recommendations. We are one of the best in terms of research, capacity building, and the research papers that I've done in this country. We've done a lot. But the reason why one of the weak links is lack of leadership. And the lack of leadership has, what has affected leadership is optics and political activism. I've been saying, let's just pick it to where Uhuru left it, instead of arguing on where Kibaki left it. That's the point we are losing the leadership, because we're talking about Kibaki 10 years ago. We can't start from where Kibaki left it. We can only pick on transition. We can benefit from the continuity. Let's pick from where Uhuru left it. You will realize that Uhuru have done some affordable housing projects that he had started. They're doing on. Let's finish those ones instead of launching the new ones, so that we'll be taking photos that we are launching. Let's not launch new ones. Let's finish those ones so that tuchukue pesa tufanye nazo vitu zingine. Leadership. Lastly, less notes in circulation. Hakuna pesa. Let's pay the employers the pending bills so that people might have money. There's small money, few notes chasing goods in the market. And that has created the strain even on that. So the strain that is there is what is also being manifested in that public anger.